Hi, my name is Billy Sinkford with Echoes Communications and the Made Show. We are here taking a look at a very secret project that we have back here. This is the Campagnolo Super Record Wireless S for Special. This will be launching on September 10th globally, and we'll have a lot more details coming soon about this, but all of the wonderful performance and benefits of the original Super Record Wireless group set now at a lower price point at what one would call an absolutely insignificant weight gain. So this is a phenomenal group set. As you can see, it is murdered out, complete matte. There is a wider gear range that goes with this, and more details will come soon. And you Gravel Cyclist will have all of that information on launch day on September 10th when we let that go. But we've got this here at the Made Bike Show, shown phenomenally on this absolutely stunning Argonaut. And this bike is light as a feather and fast as all get out, with the wonderful, wonderful Campagnolo components that have been lovingly placed and installed upon it.
G'day trendsetters, and big thanks to my good mate Mr. Billy Sinkford for that introduction at the recent Made Show in Portland, Oregon. Be sure to check out all of my content from the Made Show, where I covered, with the help of the Lady Gravel Cyclist, 65 plus builders. The most comprehensive coverage on the internet. Alright, enough of that. Over to the new Campagnolo Super Record S wireless drivetrain. As Billy mentioned, the S group set is all murdered out, aka it's finished in a matte black finish, and the S stands for Special Edition in English. That point aside, the first of the important details to talk about, there are 6 crankset options with the following chainring configurations: 5236, 5339, 5439, 5034, and the final 2 options, which are ultra interesting if you're thinking about potentially using this group set on an all-road bike or a gravel bike: 4832 and 4529. Complementing those cranksets are 3 cassette options, the first being 10 to 27, 10 to 29, and 11 to 32. So if you think about it, the lowest gear you're going to get potentially out of this new drivetrain is a 29 on the chainring and a 32 on the cassette, which is pretty usable for a lot of riding throughout planet Earth. Unfortunately, there was no opportunity for me to play with the new Campagnolo Super Record S wireless, but functionally it is identical to the top tier OG WRL variant of Super Record Wireless. There goes me bloody phone. Oh, and if you're wondering, I'm wearing kit during this video because understand that kit time is training time no matter what you're doing, or you're going to give yourself a nasty infection somewhere. Continuing forward here, there are material differences which bring down the price. I'll cover that shortly, but they also raise the weight, although it's a very modest weight increase. Campagnolo uses less of what they call extreme materials in the new variants. One such change to bring down the price is the non-hollow crankset for this group set, but the crankset still features carbon fiber construction. There's also a power meter option available for the crankset, and it utilizes Campagnolo's well-proven ultra torque system for the axle, a steel axle that is, and a gyroscope with 16 extensonometers. In a perfect world, guarantee accuracy down to 1%. The front derailleur relies on Bluetooth technology to communicate commands and such to the wireless shifters at the front end of the bike. Campagnolo tells me construction of the front derailleur is chock full of monolithic carbon powder technopolymer. That's a mouthful, which is designed to keep the weight of the front derailleur down to 130 grams, and I'm going to assume that weight does not include the battery. The derailleur features a quick snap magnetic charging port, and the battery can of course be removed if so desired. The software behind this derailleur is quite intelligent. Trim happens on the front derailleur as you shift the gears on the cassette. So, layman's terms, you shift a couple of cogs over, the front derailleur is going to to avoid the ever annoying chain rub. Moving to the back end of the bike, again, Bluetooth technology for handling all of the commands between the shifters and the rear derailleur. Due to a different sized battery on the rear derailleur, and that's not going to sit well with everybody, because you can't exactly hot swap them if one of the batteries dies. That's a bit of a bummer. However, the rear derailleur has a claimed shifting life of about 750 Ks or 466 miles. That's what Campagnolo told me. Of course, all of those battery metrics and shifting life is going to depend on your terrain, especially if it's climbing intensive. There's plenty of carbon fiber in the Speciale rear derailleur, keeping the weight down to 269 grams. The rear derailleur features the same charging port functions as the front derailleur, and there's also a special manual unlock feature available on the rear derailleur. This allows you to shift the rear derailleur to a cassette cog of your choice should the system malfunction, or possibly if the battery dies. So in effect, you get yourself a very fancy single speed to get home with. The Speciale shifters with their matte black treatment feature an ergonomic and comfortable grip. Very important for those of us who don't wear gloves on the bike, unless it's really, really cold. Along with a redesigned brake lever that allows you to adjust it to bring it closer to the handlebars for a greater variety of hands. Campagnolo reckons you'll get 2 years out of the shifter batteries, and the claimed weight of 506 grams for both shifters. That weight does not include hydraulic hoses, etc. Overall, Campagnolo Super Record S Wireless is a very paltry 150 grams heavier than the OG WRL Super Record Wireless system launched earlier in 2023. There's also a price difference. At the time of launch, this group set, it's still expensive. It's going to set you back approximately US $4,300 or just shy of 4,000 euros. Clearly, this is a group set that's not going to be for everyone. However, I do freely admit that I would love to install it onto a all-road gravel bike type project and see how it performs. But that price. Thus, I don't know if I'll ever have one of these group sets in my hands to review for you long term. Should that change, you trendsetters will be the first to know. Now it's time to close off the video. As always, thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the Gravel Cyclist YouTube channel for interesting product intel videos such as this one. No bull gravel bike reviews, other product reviews, ride experience videos, and of course my favorite, general madness. What's up with the mouth games at my feet? Don't mind me just standing here. Ha ha ha! As all of it is released to the channel. I'll see you. I really need to get out of this kit as soon as possible. It's rather sweaty. In the next video.